Hi, everybody, it's Tim here, and welcome back to that Eurovision site, Eurovision with a Slice of Life. We are back again because we are going to look into one of well, I think this is the penultimate video discussion that we're recording, and just looking at the artists have been internally selected for this year's contest. And for this video, we'll be heading over east to Georgia. Georgia will be represented by Nutsa Buzaladze. Hopefully I pronounced that right. If not, I will get clarification when I see you at the pre-parties. But without further ado, let's get into it. Before we discuss anything about Eurovision, of course, let's have a look at Nutsa as an artist herself. Obviously, she started in 2011 when she did Georgia's Got Talent. She's also done New Wave in Latvia, and she's competed in The Voice, in Your Face Sounds Familiar, Dancing with the Stars, where she even collaborated with Hadith. And this isn't the first time she tried Eurovision. She tried in 2017 with White Horses Run. She's also performed at Expo 2020 in Dubai. She's competed in Kanga Majik, and she's also done All Together now in Russia. And the one of the most recent one that she's known for, she's done American Idol, and she managed to get into the top 12. Kittens, what do you think of George's choice for Malma?
I mean, I'm definitely of the party that had never heard of this person before they got selected. Um, I think, somebody who has got this much of a caliber of, performing in competitions, I don't think that can be a bad thing at all. This is not somebody who is gonna crack under the pressure of this competition. We've got somebody who clearly knows what they're doing on stage, clearly knows how to deliver. Like some of her performances are just beautiful. Um, I can't be mad at it. Like if this is what Georgia want to send, then I'm high key happy about the selection. You know? It's a good vibe for me.
I think for me, it's like we've mentioned this on our, if you check it out, like we've done a That Eurovision podcast episode on Georgia, and we just like Portugal, like Georgia does what is it once, and they probably wouldn't listen to us fans who are like in love Georgia in the competition. And I think that you do you, and you understand what the ins and outs of this, and you're in production. What are we? We're just fans. But I will say that this is a very promising selection for Georgia, just because of the fact that Newt has done a lot of, like I said, singing competition. So I think we're gonna be at a point where I think, like, getting into the nitty-gritty of things when performing, camera, like, just making sure that you know how to act when you're performing live on TV,
Yeah.
which I think will
She's
be a
gonna
good.
have that experience in
Yeah.
spades, you
Yeah.
know?
Another thing I would say is I've seen I've seen some of the performances. I mean, come on. Wouldn't it be nice that you got to perform with Kylie Minogue before you got to Eurovision? Like, come on. That's I can see it very. I think for her, I said this on my reaction video that I filmed her recently, and it's that obviously she's gonna participate with Firefighter. I think her vocals are gonna be the same. So that actually leads me on to my next topic. What do you think of Firefighter?
I I think it's a great song, and I think she's got a great it's a great song. If I put it on in the playlist, I am definitely not skipping it. I she it looks amazing in the video. She sounds like she's gonna sound amazing. Um, you know, but it is a little middle of the road for me personally. I keep forgetting about this song a little bit. And I really, really need her to knock it out of the park live and bring something special with staging for this to be truly, truly memorable. Um I think the song is good. It is gonna get played. This is gonna be a fun time for everyone involved. When I think of it up on a Eurovision stage, then I have to think of it slightly differently. But I think this is gonna be played in Euro Club forever. This is gonna and everybody's gonna be having a bloody good time when it comes on, to be honest. And I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad at it. But for me personally, it is a little bit. It's gonna struggle to be different.
I think for me, it's first of all, I'm gonna look at the songwriting credits and the fact that one of the writers is okay, this was written by Ada Skitka, and the other songwriter is Darko Dimitrov. And Darko Dimitrov has, you know, written a numerous Balkan entries. So mainly from, of course, North Macedonia. So did Kruna, Fall from the Sky, Loco Loco, and of course, the most important one, Proud. And so you can tell that the songwriting experience is there. For the song, I am at that stage where I'm gonna repeat myself because it has happened for a few entries this year. I think the studio cuts don't do it justice. It's gonna be the live performance. And we
Yeah.
know Nutsa can sing well, and I know that it's gonna be that because when I listened to it early, when I was doing my reaction, I was like, like there's some high notes. That's not the high note that we're getting. The high note that we're getting is going to be different and potentially much more higher in the live
Mm,
performance. So I
yeah.
think for me that that would be the case, and I'm really really looking forward to please getting Georgia off the semi-final and break its curse because
Yeah, it's been a while.
it what 2016 was the last time if I remember this correctly.
Mm.
But okay, looking at this, how do you think Firefighter will do in Malmö in terms of qualification and if it does get to the final?
Uh, I I am not confident of a that it will qualify. I think it could do. I think there's a lot of appeal for this and for songs like this. I just worry that the thunder is going to get stolen by other artists and other tracks from that. I am not like sitting there going this is a fundamentally bad song. This is just it's up against we're up against in the same half of the semi-final as like Yost and Musti and Gate and stuff, and how this is going to do is going to really depend on the staging and the live performance so much because they've got to really pull something out the bag to be memorable um up against really big acts. Like there is no way that people like Yost are not going to be filling that stage and like doing huge performances. And I just think that it's the way it is going to be difficult, maybe to be memorable. On the other hand, it is the only song like that in that like second half, really. You know, if they don't put pyro on the stage, I will be disappointed that if there's not flames on the stage, I will be sitting there going, "You had one job." Um, I I think it will be really slick. Is Slick gonna win over messy and passionate? I don't know. Um, if it gets to the final again, like it'll be incredibly slick. It'll be a great job. Do I think it can get in the top 10? I think it would struggle.
I think for me, obviously, I do agree with your sentiments about the fact that it's in a packed semi where it will not just no semi-final twos are obviously like I think it's been established it's the weakest out of the two. So it's more open, I think. Um
We
I
can agree
but
or disagree on that.
but no, but looking at it, I think like statistically, like I semi one is usually the trickiest one. I think semi two is there's
I mean,
more
I'm looking at this list right now and we're disagreeing.
I think there's more wiggle room in this one than there is in the first one. But I will say that looking at this, I will say that oh God. I think if Georgia plays its cards right, it can stand out. Like I said, pyro and vocals. I think it just needs a sweet spot somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe in the middle where everyone's like kind of like because I don't think it will end it. Obviously, that's impossible. And start of the half is a bit too early. So I think maybe if it gets right in the middle where
Yeah.
you're not in between songs that are like too popular, kind of like what in 2017 like Anya Nissen got sandwiched in between Amar Pelos Deutsch and Occidental Calma or something like that. I think if it gets smashed in if it gets sandwiched in the middle of two songs in that, they're like, it might work. But if it does make it to the final, this has jury appeal. So it might make it. But, only time will tell on this. But predictions. Okay, so just explicitly so we can look back into this. Qualification, yes or no, and where in the scoreboard if it does.
I mean, oh God, like I'm literally looking at that semi now and just being like, personally, I do think it's a really strong semi. I think that she might not qualify, but just. So, like, literally, like, just a tiny little bit.
Oh, is this gonna
Um,
be the sudden lights of 2024?
yeah. Um, but if she does make it to the final, I think probably kind of top end of the second side of the board, somewhere around the middle, effectively. Um, I don't feel winner vibes from this. I don't
Mhm,
think it's absolutely rock bottom either.
mhm,
Like there is definitely going to be stuff happening, but it all depends on the staging because you need super memorable staging with this. A super memorable staging with this could just absolutely shoot it right up.
mhm.
So I think it will 100% depend on the staging. So I'm ready to eat my words.
I
I'm
think
ready. Georgia, make my words. I want to see you qualify.
okay, then what I'm gonna do is when this gets published, I'm gonna put a clip and I'm gonna tag I'm gonna tag you not Euro struggles, poorly aged Euro on this. So, if you're wrong, I can say like about that.
But I want Georgia to
Yeah.
qualify. I want to see them
Mhm.
solidly in the final.
Yeah.
So this is not by any means any sort of like
This.
this is not a diss. I want you to absolutely bring it. Team Georgia, I am begging you. Make this have the moment.
Okay, and my one would be of course, yes. Even though it's only like a televote semi, I think it could pull it off. And I will agree on your sentiment about the final scoreboard. I think you're gonna be top half of the second of the right hand side. And I'd be really surprised if it gets higher than that. I'd be really surprised. Like, but at the minute, we don't know anything about staging. We just know about the studio. Have if we know more, like maybe ask us in 4 weeks. I might say a
Yeah.
different thing.
Ask us after pre-party, Susan.
Yeah. But anyways, that's our thoughts on Georgia's selection for Eurovision 2024. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and push the notification bell to be one of the first people to find out when we have a new video. And also, don't forget to follow That Eurovision site at That Eurosite on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, and Blue Sky. Thank you very much, guys, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.